Hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Hello. I'll wait for this thing to catch up. I'm sorry if my camera is super washed out, the contrast. I have no idea how to adjust that. None whatsoever. So, sorry. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing caught up yet? Hello. Jeez, a little bit of a delay. Hi, hello. Can you guys hear me? Yes? Show me signs of life, please. Hello. Hi. Okay, there. Thank you. Thank you for that. I was wondering if this thing was working. How you guys doing? Let me scroll this thing up. Yeah, I don't know what is up with YouTube. Last time I did a live stream, it showed there was 0 people watching. It's so weird. Hi, everybody. There we go. Now it's flowing. Hello. I saw someone asked earlier before the live stream started what slow-mo was. I feel like the slow chat feature is different this time. It looks different. I don't have it turned on because it says it limits you from only typing something every 60 seconds, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it is bright in here. I know, right? I'm sorry. I have no idea how to adjust the contrast. I don't think my camera is even capable of it. I just lost my train of thought. I've been filming all day. I was filming a car review, and the video that I was going to put out on this next isn't done enough where I feel it's ready to put out, and I'm overdue a live stream, so this is happening. So yeah, my outfit matches the MR2. Was not planned, but it does. I should get a car belly ring. What the? What? Okay. You love mayonnaise. Good for you. That's great. Close the garage door. I can't close the garage door because that noise you hear in the background is the swamp cooler because it's 100 degrees outside. So if I close that garage door and turn off the swamp cooler, instead of it just being really bright in here and a little noisy, I'll be pouring sweat for about 20 minutes or so, and then I'll probably just pass out, and then you'll just be live streaming my unconscious body on the floor. That just got so dark so quick. But yeah, gotta do what I gotta do. I'm sorry. Is it hot in Tucson? I think it's 100. Well, actually, you know what? Take that back. The noisy bugs aren't screaming as much as usual, so I'm guessing it's probably upper 90s. But yeah, it's hot. Headlight upgrade for the MR2. I don't want to ruin it. I feel that could go wrong very quickly for the MR2. It's a sealed beam glass headlight, and I don't want to make it look cheap, I guess you could say. So for now, it's just gonna stay an incandescent sealed beam headlight. It's only 90 degrees? Really? I have no idea what temperature it is. Oh, yeah, I do. You are right. It is 90. Should have looked at my watch. Window tint. I don't think I will put tint on the MR2. If I do tint the MR2, it's gonna be that clear 3M tint, like the UV blocking tint. I'll probably do all the windows, including the windshield, with that. But I don't think I'll darken the tint. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to tint that thing. I will tint the T-tops. I take that back. I will probably go like 5% on the T-tops, just so it doesn't fade the T-top shade material. Will I put the MR2 on a dyno? There's not really a point because you can't tune that ECU. So I don't really care what it makes on a dyno. So There's no point. If I go to a standalone engine management, then there'll be a benefit to putting on a dyno and tuning it, but it's too primitive of a ECU to tune, so there's no point in dynoing it. The butt dyno says mid to upper 200s wheel. It's pretty quick with the boost turned up. I'd say if my guess, like 250 wheel, I'm guessing. What? Well, I can't read this. What do I do for a living? This. Any chance I do a garage tour like MTV Cribs? You've already had the garage tour, every single YouTube video. You've seen the whole garage. Nothing fancy about it. Need more. Hello from Green Bay. EV West sells EV kits for the MR2. No. That will not ever happen. Hey, there's 1,000 people watching. Cool. Autocross it? Yeah, I'd like to do some track days with MR2 once I get a wheel and tire setup on there that I'm like happy with. I'm still not 100% with these Enkis happy with them. So it's so hard to get wheels for this car. So hard because it's impossible to find anything narrower than what's on there. It's a 17 by 8 in front, 17.9 in the rear. Ideally, I'd like to do like a 17 by 7.5 or a 16 by 7.5 and a 17 by 8.5 in the rear. It's just, I don't know. I want to have more rubber on that wheel, more of a chunkier tire look. And also make sure it doesn't rub at all or touch anything. I just want it like, bueno, I don't know. How's it going with the TT? Literally, if you do not see it in a YouTube video, it has not happened. I have 0 time off camera to do anything else. So, quite literally, you watch my entire life because I spend more time filming and making content for you guys than I do anything else. And the other time that you don't see me on camera, I'm sitting in front of my laptop editing. That is my entire life. So, TT is still sitting in storage. The Focus comes next. The Focus, I'm just waiting on the cage to get finished. I'm like kind of stuck. I can't do any more of the Focus until the cage is done. So, as soon as it's done being fabricated, then I can start making content for it. Wasabi. No, I don't have any wasabi. I could probably eat some wasabi now though. I think my stomach's better, so. When am I going to Raw? You mean East Coast? I don't know, like, travel isn't quite a thing again yet, I don't think. I'm not worried about it personally. But I have sponsored parts for the Focus that I absolutely have to get on that car and get that filmed as soon as possible. So if I go help work on other people's project cars, when I have parts that were sponsored for my own, that it's not right, you know what I mean? So I gotta take care of companies that are taking care of me by sponsoring parts first before I help anybody else out. So as soon as I get those parts on the car, which should only take a video or 2 or 3 tops, it's not like difficult stuff to install, then I can go probably travel East Coast. Because I want to see Liz too. I miss Liz. I haven't seen her in a while. Since like January. Okay, let me read some more stuff, sorry. Ooh, your plan is a 92 Sentra SER. That's the B13, right? Generation. I love old Sentras. Like the B13, 14, 15 gen. Yeah, I like those a lot. I would do a Sentra project. I think my favorite is the B14. B14's like 90, what, 94 to 98, 99. Someone help me out in the years of that. That's the SER. I love that generation. It was like shared with the Infinity was that Infinity? The Infinity Q20? Was it called a Q back then, or was it like an I? Whatever the little Infinity was, that was also shared with the Sentra. Those are dope. I like those. Antenna hole. I have a S2000 antenna to put in there, but I'm missing like a spacer or something to mount it all up. So it's like low priority right now. I don't listen to the radio, so I haven't put any effort into that. So, but yeah, antenna hole. I got S2000 antenna for it. I ordered like an OE one from Honda. That's going in there. Infinity G20. Thank you. Does that help if you click like on a live stream? I should know this considering I do YouTube for a living. I have no idea. Why do I hate US engineers? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that comment. The SCG1, I'm still trying to figure it out 100%. Like, I got it for the most part dialed in. I'm just kind of like working out the gain and wastegate duty cycle settings, trying to find a happy medium between those two. And also, I think the wastegate actuator, the little vacuum line coming off of there, I might need to put a larger one on it because the boost starts to like drop off. I'd say after 5,000 RPM, starts to dwindle down a little bit. So that's like 80% there though, just little minor tweaks and it'll be good to go. Am I still looking for a workshop? Yes, I am, but every time I look, there is nothing available within my price range. And like, to get a shop that's big enough to make it worthwhile, it has to be considerably larger than this garage, or else it's not worth spending that much money in overhead for something I'm not gonna really make more money in return from. Which means that's like over $1,500 to $2,000 a month to rent a shop like that. That isn't gonna bring in any more money. So, would it make my life easier? Yes, absolutely. But that's a lot of money that I'm not really in that position to do that right now. So, the only other thought I had was moving and trying to find a house with a 3-car garage or a 2-car garage with higher ceilings so I can put a lift in there or something. So I feel like the jump from where I'm at right now to where I want to be able to make the kind of content for you guys monetarily is huge. So I'm kind of stuck where I'm at until like my channel like doubles in size or something and I can afford a real shop, I guess. Can I extend my current garage? No. There's no doing anything to this garage. I have zero land, like zero. So, and I live in a homeowners association, so I can't even like have cars sitting outside in my driveway that are like dismantled and stuff. So that's why I'm renting storage units and stuffing cars in storage units. So I'm kind of stuck. I really am kind of stuck. Thank you, Joe Ram. Thank you, Joe Ram. I missed some other super chats. They went by like really fast and I just stared into the blank. So thank you for the other 2 that disappeared. Did I ever replace Hose from Pello and Hose from Hell on Earth? Yes. I replaced them and I also wrapped them with DEI heat wrap to protect them. You know what? The Hose from Hell and the Hose from Hell on Earth didn't suck as bad as I thought they were going to. When I pulled off the oil cooler, I did it the first time with the engine out, it was easy. Did it the second time when I pulled off the oil cooler, it sucked, but it wasn't that terrible. Like, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it again, but I've done worse things, I guess. Where's my roommate, Sarah? She moved about a year ago, so she's gone. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it. What is the car in your picture? Oh, that picture is so small, I can't tell. Sorry. Have I thought of moving from Tucson? I have, but I like it here, you know? Like, I thought about it at first, but I don't mind it here. So, new house with attached RV garage. That would be ideal. Yes, that would be definitely ideal. Thank you, Paul. I'm trying to see what your car is. Looks like a BMW. Oh, where'd it go? Are we, okay, wow. I don't know what just happened, but the live chat just like disappeared and it came back. I'm not gonna try to look at your thumbnail pictures anymore. Thank you, let me scroll up. Thank you, Paul. Wish I was in the, I lived in North Carolina once. I lived in Jacksonville, a long time ago. I was like 9, I think. Did that mess anything else up when literally my Explorer tab just like disappeared, or whatever the hell it's called on an Apple. What is it called on an Apple? Safari. My Safari tab disappeared and I thought like I just killed the internet. Good thing it didn't go away. MR2 turbo versus V6 swap. Depends on what you're looking for in a car. I like keeping it the 3S GTE. I wouldn't mind doing a 5S GTE, but I don't know. What kind of lift do I use? It's a quick jack. It's good for hobbyists, but for what I do, I need a real lift. Like a real height lift, which wouldn't work unless I want to put the car into the ceiling. So, plenty of old homes in Tucson, yes, but I don't want to spend my life fixing an old house. So, kind of stuck in that situation too. Oh, I went a little bit fast that way. Someone said something about a Genesis. You have a Genesis coupe with a 2JZ swap? Really? That's pretty dope. What was the engines in the Genesis coupes? One was the 4B11T, right? Or like a variant of the 4B11 from the Evo 10. What was the 6-cylinder? Was that originally derived from a Mitsubishi too? Like the modern version of a, what was it? The 6G72 and the 3000 GT? What is this? It's a 3.8 though, in the Genesis coupe. What is that engine? Is it just like a Hyundai, Kia, like in-house engine, or? I'm curious. Is MR2 going to be for sale? No. It will not. Your computer runs on XP, and I would totally swap a 2JZ GT. What? It's made my head hurt. A family storage hobby unit. No. They're barely bigger than this garage, and they're made out of tin. So I would literally cook alive inside it, and you'd hear the wind, the rain, or anything would be blowing it around and just be super noisy and make it impossible to film. So that is out of the question too. Straight. That one just hurt to read. Maybe I'm getting tired because I've been filming outside in the sun all day. What do I want to see in the next gen 4Runner? A frog. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a frog sitting in the MR2. I don't know how to answer that. Goals for the Focus. I just want to start working on it again. I just want to get all this stuff. I have more boxes in my living room than will fit in the bed of a pickup truck in parts for that Focus. That's how much stuff I'm waiting to put on that car. So, give you an idea. I can't wait to start working on the Focus. I'm kind of like not looking forward to the fact that pretty much once the cage is in, I gotta start prepping the car to paint it, because I'm gonna paint the car inside and out. I'm not going crazy with bodywork though, so I don't care if it's got dings and dents on it, because it's a race car-ish. So that'll be easier. It'll be really quick with the bodywork, just skip and shoot. And obviously I'll put my effort into masking things off and removing stuff, so that way I don't have ugly tape lines and so it doesn't look like crap. But yeah. Ecutech Tune, you forgot the rest of your question, so I don't know what you're talking about. Do I enjoy wrenching or driving more? Driving, way more. I don't film a lot of content of me actually driving because I don't feel like there's value in that for all of you watching. That maybe it's just me, but like if I search on YouTube, I don't just search to watch someone else drive a car. I would want to go drive a car myself. So that's why all you really see is me wrenching on cars. Does that make sense? And like I've done videos on tracks before, like when I did the new Supra on track video, and like not a lot of people watch those videos. So I just feel like it's not something you guys want to see. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm totally missing this, but that's just my take on it. I just would rather try to provide to you substance. Like, even though there's not that many people rebuilding a 29-year-old mid-engine Toyota out there, at least there's like some kind of value to the content that you can like learn from maybe, and I can learn from. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. You can't imagine me ever doing anything half-assed. No, I don't like half-assing things. You want beans? I mean, I have 2 1-pound cans of beans in my pantry right now. Please don't ask me to eat that on camera. I actually couldn't eat that on camera. Like, I don't want to screw my diet up that soon after getting better, so. Okay, someone else asked this before. Xpeng review, Z400, or R35 review? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm chewing on my lip skin. I can't review a car that doesn't exist yet, and then a GTR. I mean, I could review a GTR. I have to find someone with one and review it. It's harder reviewing people's personal own cars because I don't have as much time to spend with that car. So I feel like I'd be BSing my way through the review unless I have at least an hour in the car to, you know what I mean? I don't know. And there's a lot involved filming car review. I mean, if I try to do it all in one day, I could, but then it's also dependent on the weather because when it's super windy, it's kind of hard to film, or like, you know, certain things come into play with that. But yeah, I guess I could. Tesla review, I'd like to. I don't have any available to review, but. What's the most boring car I've ever driven? That's a really damn good question. Most boring car I've ever driven. Probably, where was I? I forgot where I went. Oh, it was when I did the Honda Indy event last year. My rental car for the day I was there was a Nissan Versa sedan. That thing was super boring. I think it would be fun if it was a manual, but it was automatic, so it was abysmal. Least favorite car. I have to cough, and I don't want you to think I have the cerveza virus. I just have to cough because, I don't know, I'm thirsty or something. Dodge Diplomat station wagon. I barely know what that is. I think I know what it is, but what am I? What? Some of these questions, dude. Seriously. Am I going to dyno the MR? No, someone asked that earlier. My guess is somewhere around 250 wheel course. That's my guess. I don't really care to dyno it. What about these VW? I don't know what that means. I guess I should talk about something of importance, like car reviews, maybe? You're probably wondering what I have in my... Oh, my Patreon supporters know what I have sitting in the driveway because I share that kind of stuff with my Patreon supporters on my private Instagram stories. Butters is doing good. Shark fin antenna. I have a 370Z in the driveway. So, and I'm editing the video. I started editing it just before I started this live stream. So that's next. And then I have a Mercedes coming up. I I have Nissan Titan, a Dodge Ram Eco Diesel, a Ford Ranger, a TRD RAV4. I'm kind of excited for it because that's just weird. I'm really excited for the Eco Diesel Ram. I think the most out of everything. Like really looking forward to that one. Thank you, Thomas Morars. That's what I said. TJ Hunt has a 370Z. I did not know that. Favorite driving road in Arizona? I'm not going to tell you because I like roads that don't have a lot of traffic on them. Sorry. Gates Pass is pretty good though. That's really short. It's not much of a driving road. Mount Lemon's great, but the speed limit up that entire road is absolutely ridiculous. So you can't have fun on it anymore. Plus there's so many cyclists, and I just feel uneasy when there's cyclists on the road because like they just want to get crazy on their road cycles just as much as we want to get crazy in a car, but they don't have a shield around them protecting them. So I don't even like going fast when I know there's cyclists around. It's too risky. Somebody keeps asking shark fin antenna. What the hell do you mean shark fin antenna? Like seriously, explain. I'm just waiting to see what you mean, shark fin antenna. 370s review when? Probably come out Saturday-ish, I think. Maybe Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. When are me and Faye Hadley, I read so well. When am I gonna do something with Faye Hadley? I don't know. I really want to like collaborate with her. I think her and I around each other, because we have similar personalities, would kind of be hilarious. So it would be fun. I think she's like a 12-hour drive away. It's not a terribly long drive, but it's a long drive. How is small Sarah doing? She's doing good, I think. I'll have to go see her. You're slowly swapping a 399Z. I don't even know what that means. Old Highway 80 in Arizona. I want to try the Highway 666. It's like way up in northeastern Arizona. I heard that road's really good. I don't know how the asphalt is on it, but I heard it's really good. I'd like to drive on that road. I think it's a long drive though. It's like way out in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of good driving roads in Arizona. It's definitely a state worth checking out if you want to find good driving roads. And it's weird because a lot of them you can't really Google. Because I tried doing that before. I tried looking up good driving roads here, and I found way more fun roads just by going out and driving and exploring than I did trying to research them on the internet. A lot of them don't have the greatest pavement surface, which is why I'm looking for a different wheel and tire setup for the MR2. But yeah. Again with the shark fin antenna. You're a shark fin antenna. Have I driven the tail of the dragon? I think I've been down it when I was little with my mom. I think my mom was driving and I was in the car. It was a really long time ago. I don't remember. I'd have to ask her. Do I have any pets? Yes. I have 2. VW Phaeton, those are pretty cool. Yeah, the Devil's Highway, that place is pretty dope. I want to drive it out. Do I miss safety wiring? There's something on that car that I safety wired. I forgot what. Michael Cortez says, Cortez says, yo. Mr. Dose versus a Porsche Cayman, who wins? I've never driven a Cayman. I have no idea. I imagine the Porsche. I'm guessing. I don't know. Depends if it's a Cayman. What engines came in the Cayman? The 2.7 was like the non-S, right? And then I'm speaking about it was like the 987 gen Cayman, right? Or is it even an 8S Boxer? They probably have their own thing. I don't know a lot about them. I'm guessing it was like a 2.7 and a 3.2. Somebody educate me on Caymans. I know very little about rich folk cars. Billet turbo plans? Maybe eventually. 2.9 on the 09. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Oh, it was renamed Highway 191. Well, that's boring. Revit. You Revit. What? I'm just like spacing out. How long has this been? Half hour? Damn. Okay. Ed sends $10 and a flying pair with arms. Thank you, Ed, for the flying pair with arms. Get a 67 fastback Mustang. No, my uncle has one though. I don't know if he still has it. That was like when I was in high school. It was swapped with something. I thought it was a Terminator swap that was in it. It might have just been like, no, I thought it was, I swear it was Terminator swapped. It might have just been like a 5.0 swap, like an older 5.0, but I thought it was Terminator swapped. I thought it was 4.6. I don't know. S2000 update. I don't have an S2000, so there's your update. Have I ever been to Scotland? No, I have not, unfortunately. That is one country I wish I could have went to. What should I talk about? I'm trying to think here, even just I'm like going down the rabbit hole of just reading and like answering. What? Half these dudes aren't wearing pants. Put your pants on, damn it. Anyway, the MR2. The video that's gonna come out probably, I doubt it'll come out tomorrow. It's probably gonna come out Thursday. I was due a video tomorrow, but I don't think I can get done. I have some wiring to do because you can see the blue wires. Where's my arm? Those blue wires right there, blue and black wire, that'll give you a clue of what I'm working on. You can figure it out from there. Thank you, Android Purity. I thought that was your real name for a second. Find a better, think you can find a better roads. Oh, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, there's the amount of time it takes to go seek out a new road to do the reviews on, and then to find one that has no traffic on it whatsoever. Because when I'm setting up cameras and stuff and constantly turning around, and because I film like in all kinds of little segments, it's just, I don't want to have to deal with traffic, so I try to go away from any cars. That way there's no worries about like my camera like getting, I don't know why I would get hit, like it's 10 feet off the road, but still. So sorry, I cannot find another road to do reviews on. I'm not trying to drive an hour and a half one way every time I film a car review. It's just, I don't have the time for that. I don't know what a Monster Max is. No, not Boost Controller. Boost Controller is wired up. Would I collab with Gabby? Yes, I absolutely would collab. She lives, where she lives? She lives in like Pennsylvania. Does she live in Pennsylvania? Somewhere on the East Coast? Is the ECU ROM tuned on this? Oh, it's just a stock ECU on that car. Use the abandoned warehouse as a garage? No. That place is pretty sketchy, meth bus. And it stinks like pee in there. It was for sale and someone bought it. But like, you couldn't even do it. You'd have to demolish the entire thing. It's not even usable. It's not safe. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, anyway, next video on the MR2. I'm trying to get it all done in one video, but there's a lot of work to do, and I'm not gonna rush it just to get a video out on time, which would make the next video to finish it up really hard to, I don't even know what that video would be. Installing some hardware and splicing some wires. So, yeah, I got some work to do on that. I like minis. I like minis a lot. Yes, I was in the Air Force. What do I think of electric cars? I think they're cool. I like the idea of hydrogen cars better, but we don't really have the infrastructure for hydrogen cars, so. Any plans for a truck project? Nope. I can't really do any more projects unless I sell something, because I have nowhere to park any more vehicles. Unless I just continue to just rent more and more storage units and stick cars in storage units, which isn't very cost effective. A lot of people asking about that 400Z. I know nothing more than you guys probably know. I think everything I learned about it was from watching Matt Moran's video. I think it's pretty awesome that it's going to happen. I don't know. I'm excited. Do I like the Audi S5? I do. I like Audis. I won't fix your car, but I think that's pretty cool that you have a Q45. Sir Codsworth update. What specifically would you like to know? Would you like me to go in more in depth on what's happening with it? So it's tore apart right now. Charlie is fabricating a roll cage for me. However, he works too, so it's kind of like whenever he has time to fabricate roll cage, he's doing that. So, and the main hoop, the A-pillar bars, the dash bar, and the top of the windshield bar all had to get fabricated from scratch because the Rhodes Racing kit that I ordered for the car, more than half of it was not even usable. So I pretty much just set $700 on fire because that cage was pointless. It didn't fit the car. So, and I didn't have time to try to return it or refund or anything, so I just ate the loss of the money. So all those bars have been made now, just waiting on a little bit more material to do the bar that goes under the dash, so that way I can retain air conditioning. So need more material for that. After that, get them out the seats in the car and measure for the rear bar. And my nose is running out of nowhere. But yeah, you can't see me anymore. I can see me. I just wiped my nose. It was a 5-second delay. What MOS? So MOS is Army. So I wasn't in the Army. My AFSC was the 2 Alpha 6. You can guess the rest. Depends on what point I was in the Air Force. When I got out, it was 7-2. I just answered that in the most difficult way possible. Plans for the rest of 2020. Rest of 2020. I don't know, like I keep wanting to like step it up more with what I'm doing, but I need help. I'm kind of like tapped out with what I can do on my own. So I don't know. I asked, actually asked my little sister if she'd be interested in doing editing and videography for me, and I would hire her. She lives in Tennessee though, so she'll probably come visit and we'll talk about it. That would really help out a lot because then I could focus just more on making content and not sitting in front of a laptop editing for days straight. So then I could make more content, and then if I make more content would earn more money, and then I could finally get a shop and then start really making project car stuff happen. I could probably work twice as fast if I had an overhead lift. Production crew. No, I just need an assistant, someone to help. And I'm not gonna like ask like random strangers to do something like that. Like that's a job I would want someone that I know well and I can trust. Just because it's like a big responsibility, and I don't know. A crew would help for sure. I do not want to move to Tennessee. Nothing against it, just I've lived all over the place. I've been to 42 out of 50 states. And if I didn't live in Arizona, I think the only other place I would live in is Colorado. I really liked Colorado. Ghosty, I know, right? I'm sorry about the exposure on the camera. I was trying to figure it out before I started the live stream. I was like screwing around the settings and I just could not figure it out. And like I started turning off lights and then it made it worse by turning off the lights in front of me. So it's probably just this little Logitech camera just sucks. Nothing I can do about it. It's a live stream. I'm not making a movie. So deal with it. I need an Oompa Loompa? That'd be weird. Come to Denver. Streetcar takeover. I'd like to. It'd be fun. You thought your computer was jacked? Nah, it's not your computer. Cali's too expensive. Cali's pretty cool, but it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. I wouldn't even be able to afford a one-bedroom apartment. I'd be filming out of like my kitchen. I would have to dismantle the car and then reassemble it inside the kitchen. I'm just gonna stop with that. That's really stupid. So yeah, California's out. Am I a ghost? I am a ghost. I'm gonna haunt you now. Moved. Utah's pretty. Frog. That frog is. Should I get the frog out of the car? There. This live stream just got weird. This was actually my old roommate Sarah's frog that an ex-boyfriend of hers gave it to her. And when she moved, I kept it because I'll like whenever I would like sit down on my couch if I was gonna edit or if I had time to watch like a show or something, I would sit here with the frog. He's my homie. That was so weird. That's okay. You'll see in the next video why he's out here. I actually had that help me work on the MR2. Legit. What's with all the stuffed animals at my age? There is no age limit to have stuffed animals. Thank you very much. If you do think there's an age limit to have stuffed animals, you are the weird one. Fog? It's a frog, not a fog. No, that's a big ass frog. It's not a little frog. It's big. More frog content. Frog's weird. Now people are just taking it weird. I'm not gonna do frog cuddling content. Is there even a such thing as frog cuddling content? What depths of the internet have you explored? Who has time to dig that far? And like crazy. All right. Anyway. What's my favorite car movie? I really liked Bumblebee. I know it's a Transformers movie, but that was a cute movie. The frog doesn't have a name, it's just a stuffed frog. The rabbit. Jesus, some comments. Update on Tater Tot. It's Teeter Tot because it's a TT. Teeter Tot. Small Sarah was the one that came up with the name for that car because we were eating tater tots when we ate lunch that day before we drove it back, and then she kept calling it Teets, and then we ate the tater tots and she started calling it Teeter Tot. So that's just what it's stayed Teeter Tot. I should thank you for reminding me. I need to go start that TT so it's hopefully not dead again the next time I start it. Last time I started it, it was just billowing blue smoke. So I'm hoping the turbo seals aren't shot. Hopefully it's just because the fuel pressure regulator is bad on it. I don't know how the hell that affects it burning blue oil smoke. That's the only thing I know it's bad with it right now. I'm just like, I don't want to have to keep fixing things on it. What I want to do with the TT because that car irritated me so bad. Is like I just want to go all out with it, pull the engine out and build it, do like rods, pistons, a bigger turbo on it, even like a stroker kit. I think you can stroke them to a 2-liter, and just like try to make like 500 wheel horse with the TT. That's what I want to do to it. But I don't even know where I could get a shop to do that kind of machine work. I don't think there is any in Tucson, so. Turbo seal, I don't think it's the valve stem seals. Maybe it's that turbo I just put in there. I don't know. I'm like so over that car. I just want to, if I had a shop, I would bring in the shop, I'd tear the engine, I'd take the whole subframe out, and I'd do it right and just do it all at once. And I do want to paint it. I was going to vinyl wrap it, and no, I'm going to paint that thing. It's the right thing to do. So, I was going to give up on it, but I don't do that shit. I don't give up, so. I want to do it right. I've actually reached out to Malacca Motorsports in Cali because those dudes do lots of Audi stuff, and seeing what they thought about building the TT. I think it'd be kind of fun. I don't know how much that Gen 1 Haldex can take that's in those though. That'd be my only worry. And the 6-speed. I don't know how tough that transmission is in there. Maybe like 500 wheel is kind of over what it can handle, but like 400, that would be pretty cool. Do like 400 wheel with it, because I wouldn't want to just like, yay, I made it, and see it on a dyno once and then have it blow up 2 days after I start driving it. I would want to have like that much power and then just hammer on the damn thing all the time and have it take it. So my screen just went black and then came back, so I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry if it's laggy or something. K-swap teeter-tot? No. The 1.8T is actually a rock solid engine. It's probably one of the better engines of that era of Audis. There's a lot of potential with that engine. I don't know about the transmission though. So, I am rambling. Thank you, Dave. I am rambling. I ramble sometimes. Thanks. For an old car, teeter-tot will blow up. It probably would. You're probably right. Wide body, yes or no? Depends. Not on the TT. The TT is like a factory wide body anyway. Just the natural shape of it. It would look stupid if you wide bodied that car. Maybe like if you did a DTM race car thing, but yeah. 4th gen on the, yeah. I don't know what that means. Is the TT manually? Yeah, it's a 6-speed. The 1.8T is illegal in Europe. I don't think that's true. Maybe you can't manufacture them anymore, but I don't. What country of Europe? That sounds kind of weird. Any other YouTubers in my area? Charlie has a YouTube channel. He makes content every once in a while. I don't think so. That's the thing that sucks about Tucson. I wish there was like California has a plethora of automotive YouTubers. Colorado's got a handful or so. Florida's got a handful. Like the East Coast are like scattered. I don't feel like there's a lot in Tucson. That'd be cool if it changed. But yeah, I want to do a video like, because a lot of people ask like, what's the car scene like in Tucson? It would probably take a couple days to film it across a couple days, but I think that'd be kind of cool to do. Am I near Colorado? I want to say the Four Corners is probably 7 or 8 hours drive. I'm totally just pulling that number out of my ass, so I don't really know. I don't know who Chris Sadowski is. Never heard of that. Swap my TT clutch for a TT RS clutch. Was there a TT RS in this gen? I don't think there was a TT RS in the 8N generation. Maybe in Europe. Dirtfish is pretty damn far away from me, so probably not. Hold on. Somebody said, you're thinking of starting one in Avondale, Arizona. Do it. Do it. When am I gonna do something with Macbeth, Liz? Hopefully soon. I miss her. Hopefully soon. Oh, okay. Someone said they agree about fuel and oil seeping past valve guides on the TT. Cool. Set the car on fire. Buy a Ford diesel Super Duty, and I would have nowhere to park it. So, no. Have I driven a C43 AMG? Nope. I think the only Mercedes I've driven the Mercedes that I did the last review on, the GLC. I drove Rob Ferretti's G-Wagon, and I think those are the only Mercedes I've ever driven in my entire life. Oil rings. Oil rings just made me want onion rings. Sounds yummy. What car reviews are coming up? Next one is 370Z 50th anniversary. Ooh, it just went fast. Best Toyota. Best Toyota? Oh, I don't remember the letters. TE72? Celica? I think it's TE. Someone help me out with the numbers there. The one that kind of looks like a Mustang in the back end, the taillights a little bit. I think it's a TE72. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I like those. Sell all the cars and get a Skyline. Nope. I like having cars that not everyone on YouTube has. I like having weird stuff, different stuff. Have I ever driven a Mark III Supra? No. Mark IV, yes. Never 3, 2, or 1. Penguin names. I don't have time to name penguins. I should, though. Deadbeat Garage. I've heard of that. Oh yeah, Doris, woman driven. She's here in Arizona. She's like 2.5, 3 hours away from me, though. KE70? Corolla? Those are pretty cool. RS6, I don't know. I would love to review some of those higher end cars, like the RS6 that's coming out, but I don't get like the really high end cars. I don't really get exotics. So if you guys want to see me review a certain car, go bug that automotive manufacturer on their Instagram. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I don't get any other like crazy cars. I don't know if it's because like I'm not a real journalist or I just don't have a big enough channel yet. I wish I could do it for you guys just to make the content, but I don't get any of those kind of cars. Collab with Maddie, I definitely will collab with Maddie. That will happen. There's like more and more people watching, and like it's getting towards the end of the live stream. So Rolls Royce. I've never even sat inside a Rolls Royce. So I don't even know anyone that owns a Rolls Royce or has ever owned a Rolls Royce. Time to bug Ferrari. I couldn't even imagine driving a Ferrari. Am I getting any new tattoos? I've been thinking about finishing my sleeve all the way down to my wrist. Any plans to engine swap a project car? Yeah, the next project car I do, I will do an engine swap in the next car. I do, for sure. Are all my tats finished? They're all finished, but I would like to get my sleeve finished all out to my wrist. Bow show. Review the Nissan, what? Review the Versa I just drove for laugh. I would review a Versa. It's like, what was that show, Heroes? It was a Nissan Versa, like, ad in that show. I have not done anything for TFL in, like, 2 years. That was a long time ago. Thank you, Joel, for I didn't even, like, that just, like, went by and I didn't even realize it happened for hitting 250,000 subscribers. So, thank you. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to that stuff. Like, I don't know. I just kind of focus on making content. And I pay a lot of attention too to how you guys react to the videos. So I try to make sure I make videos that stuff you want to see, which can be tough sometimes. If you like put yourself in my shoes when you're trying to make videos that are searchable for one, give value added back to you guys so you gain something out of spending your time watching it. And I don't know, making it enjoyable. And being in a happy mood all the time when you're trying to film, because like no one's happy 24/7. So sometimes it's tough. You come out here to film and you're just like in a crap mood. And you're like, okay, how do I get happy? Luckily for me, working on cars somehow makes me happy. I don't know, I'm like gifted with that curse. Working makes me happy. Come to Avondale. Where is Avondale? It's part of Phoenix, right? To me, like, there's Tucson and then there's Phoenix, which has like all this stuff included in it. I know that sounds really ignorant considering I've lived here like 8 years, but thank you, boss. I can't pronounce it. Oh, one away. I can't read it now. When will I work on a classic muscle car? This, like, that is a classic car for me. For someone that was born when I was born, that's a classic car. So, a classic muscle car, while they are cool, they are not, like, classic to me. They're, like, antique. So, I think they're cool, but I don't really have a big interest in buying one and working on one. It's just, I would do an American car from like the early 90s or 80s. I feel like all the best American cars though were in the early 2000s. Like WS6, Terminator, Lightning, the GTO. Still thinking, someone help me out with some more. I don't know, maybe there isn't really that many more I can think of. It was the C5, Z06. Those are kind of cool too. I like those. I actually almost bought one of those way back in the day. There was a lot of cool American cars in the earlier 2000s. But yeah. Someone said they're detecting a slightly unhappy tone. I am starving right now. I have not ate lunch yet because I had a snack. I take that back. I had a snack. But I came back and I started like putting files on my laptop, and then I scheduled this live stream and I haven't had time to even eat, so I'm kind of hangry, sorry. A VR4. 85 Monte Carlo. What was the Monte Carlo from Training Day? I like that car. It would be fun to do like an OG lowrider. Eagle Talon. Best GTO. I like the 6-liter GTOs that like 04 to 06, whatever years. Those are cool. Keto, intermittent fasting. I definitely did that today. Thank you, boss, for the burger. Pizza. Sweet potato. Sweet potato sounds good. All right. Oh. God. For those of you that write a bunch in one little thing, it's really hard to read when it goes by, so I'll do my best. No, build a car, take it. Go for a drive to no destination. Problem with that, though, is that the car breaks down, you're screwed. So, I'm getting to the point where I trust that car more now, though. Pontiac G8. Yeah, those are pretty cool, too. Starions. What's cars and bids? I don't know what that is. Los Batos? That sounds like a really good restaurant. Is that a restaurant? Please tell me that's a restaurant. Typhoon and Cyclone, those are so sick. I like both of those. My butt is stuck to this vinyl chair so hard because I'm wearing a skirt, and I just sat up. And I'm pretty sure I left like 3 or 4 layers of skin on that chair. That actually really hurt. Flying Sparks Garage. Emily has a GTO. I was like trying to think of that, but my brain is like right now. Okay, so I'm gonna get you up point of wrapping this up because it's been almost an hour and I gotta get back to work, even though I'm doing YouTube right now, but I gotta do some editing on this car review, make sure I got everything shot for it. Thank you, Renee. You have a 2019 RAV4? Wheels. Can never go wrong with wheels. And they have a TRD RAV4 now, so maybe like the TRD wheels for it. Or you could just like go baller and put some TE37s on a RAV4. I don't think anyone would disagree. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, someone said bye, Felicia. Bye. Alright, I'm gonna go because I really need to get some food. And I have none here because I haven't gone grocery shopping. Yay. So, anyway, I will see you guys on another live stream, probably the end of this month because I went a little past due on this one. And that next video is coming soon, as is 370 review. Yeah. Sorry for being overexposed in this video. Right, couldn't help it. Anyway.